Alright guys, I'm here in the basement with all of my vintage TVs. That one over there is currently being worked on because even though it worked when I brought it home, it recently decided to stop turning on. And it already has a broken VCR, but whatever. And I'm here to, nope, camera went out of focus. There we go. Now I'm crystal clear. So, anyways, I'm here with a few updates that I'm gonna make, as well as some electronics finds from recently. First off, I'm gonna give you guys the updates. My laptop is currently broken. I woke up one morning and turned it on and the screen had shattered, and I'm not sure how it happened because I had it closed, I had the laptop closed, and I had it by my shelf, and then I went to bed, and the next morning I opened it up, turned it on, and the screen was shattered. So I think something fell on it and hit a stress point which caused the screen to shatter. But I'm not sure. All I know is that it's shattered right now, and it's currently being repaired by a friend of mine that does this sort of stuff for a living. And because of that, I pretty much depend on that because my desktop PC is a piece of crap. So, until I get the laptop back, you probably won't be seeing any videos from me. I've been replying to comments and all that stuff with my desktop computer and with my iPod. But like I said, my desktop computer is a piece of crap. It can't handle HD video, and it can't do video editing very well. I used to use it for video editing before I got my laptop, and it was a complete nightmare. It would take like 10 hours to render a 15-minute video at 720p. That's why a lot of my videos weren't edited back then. So yeah, don't expect too many videos from me until I get the computer back. Assuming he's just replacing the screen, but he said he might do some other things with it, so I don't know. Another thing is, when I do get my computer back, I will be doing some video editing to some footage I have. Now, you might remember last year, I made a video at Kennywood. I took a lot of video footage of the rides and the coasters there, and I put it all together into one video, which I think was close to 20 minutes long or something. I don't really remember. Well, I did the same thing this year. However, unlike last year where I did it all in one day, and a good chunk of it in the evening when it was getting dark out, this time I did the filming over the course of 3 visits, which I made. One back in May. I went as part of a school field trip. Now, we did get to ride the rides and everything, but we still had to do a 9-page physics packet. So that was pretty fun. But I still got some footage in, not very much because I wasn't there for very long because I had a concert to go to later in the day. Plus it started raining at one point, so I couldn't really do much filming. The next time, I think I went in like mid-June with my cousin, and I did some filming then, mostly Phantom footage. Might remember the coaster, Phantom's Revenge. I did a lot of footage of that. What else? And then I eventually just forgot about filming, so I didn't get very much done that day. And then the final time I went, I think it's already been nearly 2 weeks since I went, with fellow YouTuber RCT3 Rocks. We went together and we did filming together. In fact, if you go to his channel, he just uploaded a video featuring footage from that day that we went and filmed together, and you'll find once I upload my video that his video and my video have a lot of clips that were shot at the same angles. In fact, some of them are the exact same shots, just different cameras. He used his smartphone to film most of it, and then I used my, this camcorder to film most of mine. So, once I upload that, you can compare them, I guess. Of course, I did a better job with close-ups because this camcorder has like 42 times zoom, and most of it's optical, and his is all digital zoom because it's a smartphone camera. But we'll see how they compare. I do give him credit because he did a little more footage of the thrill rides than I did. I did mostly coaster footage, because that's the way I've always been. Every time I've filmed stuff at Kennywood, I've filmed the coasters. But anyways, those are my updates. Laptop's broken for now, but once I get it back, I should be all good. And I'm working on a new Kennywood video for... What's up with the lens here? Sorry, part of the lens shutter was starting to come down. I don't know why. But, so I'm working on the Kennywood video and my laptop's getting repaired. So my final part of this video is going to be some electronics finds that I made a couple days back. So I kind of wanted to put everything in the one video, give you guys some updates, and then show you some things I found recently. So I've been finding all these TVs, as you know, and VCRs and stuff, but I scored pretty well the other day when I went to the doctor's office, of all places, because I twisted my ankle the other day running cross country. We've recently gotten many cold fronts and we've gotten a lot of thunderstorms, so it was very wet outside for a good deal of time. And for cross country we do a lot of running in the woods, on trails, and going up hills. So one day we were running and we went up this really steep hill, and it was very muddy and there were a lot of rocks and it was very slippery, and I slipped on one and like twisted my ankle back like that. It hurt, and for a while I couldn't run because it hurt too much. So I finally went to the doctor's this week and got x-rayed. Luckily I don't have any broken bones, but they just said to take it easy for a while, and they told me how to deal with it. But on the way out, I noticed there was this room with all these old electronics, mostly computer stuff. And I got really excited, so I asked somebody, and they said that another company in the building was moving out, and they had all of these old electronic stuff that they were recycling. So I got extremely excited, and they said I could take whatever I wanted. So I pretty much went in the room and took what I wanted. Now, if my mom hadn't limited me, I probably would have taken a lot more. But, A, we didn't have enough room in the car, and B, my mom and my dad would have killed me if I brought anything more home. They're already mad at me for taking what I did, but whatever. So I got quite a few things. First thing I got were these heavy-duty APC power supplies, or surge protectors. They have 8 outlets, 4 are just surge protection. The other 4 have surge protection and battery backup. Because these things have batteries in them that charge up when they're plugged in. And so when the power goes out, the battery will power what's ever plugged into these 4 sockets. So that means if you're working on your computer and the power goes out, rather than you losing all of your work up to that point, and having to restart from your last time that you saved, you can continue working, or be a smart person and save your work at that point and shut the computer down. So this is going to come in handy both for my parents' computer and for my computer once I get it fixed, because I won't have to worry about losing anything important when the power goes out. I can simply save it and then turn the computer off. So I got 4 of these, as you can see. They're extremely heavy. Like, I can't carry all 4 of these combined because they're too heavy. Even one of them's pretty heavy. It's hard to pick up with one hand, let alone try picking up 4. So yeah, I got those 4, and that's good because these things can be quite pricey. I also got a couple of desktop computer power cords. I already have a few in that box back there, along with some power cords from VCRs and stuff, but it's always nice to have more. You never know. And then I also got this Dell keyboard, circa early 2000s, and this Dell mouse to match it. And then I also got this Dell Dimension 8, I can't read it, 8250 from 2002. It has 512 megs of RAM, a DVD-ROM, and a CD-RW drives. No hard drive, but I can get one for fairly cheap. And then some ports and cards in the back. It has 4 RAM slots, only 2 were occupied, with 2 256 meg sticks. So I'm assuming I can upgrade it to 1 gigabyte or maybe even 2 gigs. And if that's the case, this would be a pretty nice computer, along with a brand new graphics card. So I found those things. And then I also got some other things, which I have upstairs. So I will show you those now. If I come in here, this is the final thing that I brought home. A 1988 JVC model HRD400W or D400U 3-head VCR. This is a pretty high-end unit. It weighs about 20 pounds, so it's pretty heavy. And it has 5 motors inside. 2 for the loading mechanism, 1 for the capstan, 1 for the idler, and then 1 for the tape head motor. So it has 5 motors, which is pretty awesome. And it also has a very nice display. It has sharpness control and all these features that aren't on most other VCRs. Now it doesn't work. The idler tire inside is completely worn out, so it eats the tapes. But I'm sure I can get one off of Studio Sound Electronics and replace the idler that's in there, and it will be working as good as new. And of course, give it a good cleaning, because as you can see, it's fairly dusty. So yeah, I got this VCR along with the computer tower, the keyboard, the mouse, and those power supplies from the place that was getting rid of them. I would have brought a lot more home. There were about 20 CRT monitors there, from the mid-90s up to the early 2000s. 1 busted LCD monitor. I probably would have brought the CRT monitors home. The only problem was they were all as big as this TV. They were like 20-inch monitors or something. And so they were too heavy for me to carry, because a CRT monitor is a lot heavier than a TV of the same size, because there's more shielding and stuff inside, and more glass or something. There are also many other computer towers, mostly Dell, ranging from the late 80s up to the early 2000s. I took the newest one. Same with keyboards and mice. There were so many to choose from. I just picked the ones that were newest and in best condition. And then there were also a lot of computer software stuff, power supplies, like PC power supplies, and all sorts of different parts. So I took what I could. My parents would have killed me if I took anything more, but I think I found some pretty good stuff anyways. So if I can get a hard drive for the computer tower, hook it up to a monitor, and then of course get an idler for this VCR, we should be in good business. And I would think that I got some good stuff that day. So those were my updates that I gave you guys, along with a look at the electronics that I found the other day. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care.